After nearly 30 years working in television, Newswatch 12's Ron Brown is getting ready to retire, though if you know Ron, I don't imagine retirement is really in his future, but at least we won't be seeing him every day.
You know, one of the great things about Ron and your interest in this community is that you're willing to travel however far it takes to find that story, even if it's extreme Lake County.
Well, that's right. There's a lot of fascinating stories all the way from Lakeview to the coast. And one of my favorite stories was about the Red Ball Stage, which was for decades, for most of the 20th century, a landmark in Klamath and Lake County.
The Red Ball Stage has run regularly from Klamath Falls to Lakeview and back since 1916, carrying passengers, mail, and an occasional package or two. We caught up with Bob Milligan in Bly, where he stops at the sign of the Red Ball flag. It's a signal that someone either wants to get on or there's a package to go.
It takes all these things to keep the thing running. And if you lose any part of that, like I would shut down, just shut down, a new person couldn't come along because he wouldn't be able to get the mail contract, and then he wouldn't be able to get the Greyhound franchise, he wouldn't be able to get the newspapers, and on and on and on. Each one would have one, see.
There are no more airlines, trailways, or Greyhounds in and out of Lakeview. This is it. Bob and Esther Milligan have run the line since 1969. Gordon Quimby named the line during World War I. That's when Red Ball meant fast. Bob and Esther like to feel they provide good service.
I think we're good for Lakeview, and I think we've always been good for Lakeview. We kind of watch their schedules and things like that, and we hope that when we're gone that somebody comes along that'll watch this, because we always thought we did.
This is the last mom and pop bus line left in Oregon, and it's been a lot of work. Sometimes it has its risks.
I had this mother and daughter. The daughter was about probably 21 or 22 years old, and this car was approaching me over along Drew's Reservoir, and just as he got alongside of me, he shot my window out. And of course, I wasn't paying any attention to him, but the girl in the back seat was. She told me it was her husband. He was shooting at her. It made quite an impression on me.
The Red Ball Stage has covered a lot of ground in the past 73 years. Where it goes now relies a great deal upon state and federal regulations and the energy of Bob and Esther Milligan. In Klamath Falls, Ron Brown, Newswatch 12.
As we get ready to say goodbye to Ron, we have set up a special place on our website, kdrb.com. It's under the feature section. You can go in there and take a look at all of Ron's favorite stories over the last 25 to 30 years now.
Almost 30 years, and there's a lot of it. It's a voyage of discovery, just going back and looking through the archives, because a lot of these things I've forgotten about.
And I like to see the way that you can wear those hats or participate in the stories as much as you can.
Yeah, my other job, maybe driving bus.